Hello everybody, welcome to Yuki Cooks. Today's recipe, chicken steak Diane with sautéed potatoes and peas. The ultimate steak meat is beef fillet, which is the most tender. But there are many people who don't want to eat beef or cannot eat beef. So this recipe is for people who don't want to eat beef. The sauce is a classic Diane sauce. So let's start off with the recipe with 600 grams of chicken breast. Season it very nicely with salt. Season on both sides. Open up the top of your pepper mill and increase the size of the black peppercorns. The bigger chunks will give a nice heat to your steak. Rub it well and keep it aside. Parboil 3 medium potatoes with a tablespoon of salt. Blitz 10 garlic pods with a little bit of ginger. Blitz 2 medium onions and keep them aside. Into a hot pan, add 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Remember, no other oil, just olive oil. Now, add 4 to 5 pods of garlic and add the chicken pieces. Now it's time to add some thyme and rosemary. I do not have fresh thyme and rosemary, so I am adding the dried one. Do not be tempted to lift up the chicken. Flip after it turns into a lovely golden brown. After you flipped it, now add a knob of butter and start searing. Use the pan to your advantage. Just tilt it and sear. Sear it until it becomes nice and crispy. Remember not to burn it. After the searing is done, you have to let the chicken sit. Otherwise, your chicken will never be soft. Now, sieve the leftover oil into a pan. This oil is full of flavors. So, we'll saute the potatoes in this oil. Saute till they are nice and crispy. Remember, they already have salt, so I'm not adding salt to this. Also, the oil has salt left over from the chicken pieces. Saute the peas in the same oil. I'm using frozen peas. You can use fresh peas. Also, I'm still not adding salt because the oil already has salt. Keep it aside. Add olive oil to a hot pan. Add the chopped onions. Give it a stir, and after that, add a knob of butter. In the meantime, I'd like to thank my YouTube family for supporting me unconditionally. Now, let's add the ginger and garlic. We have to saute it till it's caramelized. We don't want to brown it. We just want a light pink color. I can't tell you in words how blessed and humbled I feel with the love and support that my YouTube family is giving me. But I do admit that I'm struggling a lot with the comment section. Now, add a cup of chopped mushrooms and saute it. There are so many comments which I am unable to respond to, and I'm really sorry for that. Add a teaspoon of salt. I'll try and get back to each one of you. Add a teaspoon of black peppercorns and a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. Stir it and remember to keep the flame on low. You do not want to burn the base of our beautiful sauce. Now it's time to add the Worcestershire sauce. We'll be adding a tablespoon of Worcester sauce. You still have to keep the flame on low. You cannot put the flame on high. Now here I have altered the recipe. I'll be using red wine vinegar instead of cognac. While making a Diane sauce, you always need a brandy and you have to flambee it. But I can't do that because I don't use alcohol. So, I'm using this red wine vinegar, which is alcohol free. Now let's take 400 milliliters of fresh cream, add it to the pan, and now our sauce is almost ready. So now you can see that you can enjoy a steak without having to eat beef, and also you can enjoy a Diane sauce without having to use any alcohol. Add a little bit of chopped green coriander, some thyme and rosemary, the dried one. You just have to stir it and the sauce is ready. If you want a thinner consistency, you can add some milk. Now it's time to slice the chicken pieces. Make sure it's not too thin. Thumbs up if you like the recipe. Plate it well. Plate it as I'm showing in the video. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell. If you want to make the real recipe, just replace the chicken with beef and the red wine vinegar with cognac, and that's it. Thank you for watching. See you later in another exciting and beautiful recipe.